Welcome to another beautiful day in paradise. Join me, the dreamer in paradise, to find out some of the things you have to do and some of the incredible things we celebrate here in Antigua and Barbuda. Some of those things may surprise you. In Valencia in Spain this week, after a sensational victory in their first ever race in Pensacola, Team Antigua and Barbuda, the Rum Runners, came third in the exciting 69F Grand Prix in a foil sailboat wrapped in the Antigua flag. And a trophy comes to Antigua. Join skipper Rocco Falcone telling the tale.
Falcone in Spain. What are you doing in Spain?
So I'm currently in Valencia, Spain, for the first 69F European event. And so far it's been super good, super cool to be here.
You better explain to people, what is 69F?
Yeah, for sure. So 69F is a monohull foiling boat. It's 6.9 meters. It gets the name 69F. And it's a class that's developed in the last 4 years. And currently now there are around 27 boats, maybe a little more. Right now racing, there's 8 boats here in Valencia, but just as a class. And this boat is kind of one of its kind. It's a foiling monohull, kind of like the America's Cup boats. There's a lot of things that are involved with getting boards up and down and a lot of systems. But it's kind of like the dinghy for the big America's Cup boats.
Now, it's very different from the ordinary sailing we see, isn't it? I mean, the America's Cup, that was a trimaran. This is a monohull. Is that very different from sailing in the America's Cup?
Yeah, well, I've never been able to compete in that yet. My older brother Shannon did. And now I'm hoping to try to go for it. Yeah, maybe in the next one with the youth, or have a joint passport, Italian passport. So it'd be wonderful to join the Italian squad. But it's the racing and the rules are very similar. Now there's a set of completely different high-speed rules that are used. They're different to the traditional sailing rules that we have now. So that's very similar to the America's Cup. And also just the speed and the amount of time that you have to think, it's reduced. It's a lot more intense, a lot quicker. So in that aspect, it's super similar to the America's Cup, I would say.
It's very different to the sailing we have in Classics or Sailing Week. And the foils, the beauty of the foils is that the boats actually seem to fly, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. So foiling boat, flying pretty much every condition. It's pretty insane. And as the wind goes up, it just gets funner and funner.
It always looks fun. It always looks fun. Now, this is your first European regatta. In Florida, you were up on the podium 4 times, including a first place. And wasn't that your first regatta as a team?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We were able to do an event in Pensacola right in front of the American Magic base, so the America's Cup team. And then in Miami, we did a couple of events there. And yeah, we've podiumed in every event so far. So it's been super great. We're learning a lot. And I think we're just getting better as a team.
So is this the same team that was in Pensacola?
No, unfortunately it's not. Pensacola, we had Janella. Janella, after one of the Miami events, had an injury in her knee. She tore an ACL or something similar. So that's a big injury, which takes at least 6 months to recover.
Oh, poor Janella.
So, yeah, she's had to step away for a little bit now. And she came for one of the events in Miami, and then for the second one, we had to find a replacement. So we had a girl from Argentina, and she was great. She's won the gold in the youth Olympics. So it's just great to have so much talent on the boat. And even Janella was great. She was improving an insane amount. So it's been super cool.
Yeah, it's a shame Janella, hopefully she will recover soon and be on the next one. So how have you been doing so far? It started a couple of days ago on the 25th of April. How have you been doing this week?
Yeah, so today we just finished the second day of racing. I literally just came in 30 minutes ago. And so far we're leading the fleet.
Of course.
It's super close. Between the top 3 boats is 5 points. So it's all to play for in the next couple of days. I think we still have a lot to improve, so we're not at our full potential. Yeah, but it's been super fun. Today was a little lighter. We didn't have any foiling. Maybe 4 knots, 4 to 5 knots. Yesterday we had some foiling. It's been really good though. We've been training a lot the last 2 months in Cagliari. We were based in Cagliari, right next to the Luna Rossa base. So we had some good training there, and we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
In the America's Cup last year, it was very dramatic. I think it was American Magic. There was a very dramatic time when they overturned. Is that something that happens much in the monohull one as well?
Yeah, for sure. With these boats and the foils, whenever you're flying, you have a lot of riding moment. The foil is kind of pushing the boat up and keeping you stable. In situations, maybe you would crash off of a foil. The boat can power up so much because you have no riding moment from the foil that it's super easy to capsize. Or even that's a situation that happens a lot. Even in the start, it's not like a regular boat where you can just bear away super quick, or a small dinghy where you can just bear away. Here you kind of always need to be building momentum slowly, getting lift in the foil, and then that's when you can go do a safe bear away. The top speed we did was 32 knots.
Wow.
So
for a boat,
that was on super fast. But the record, I believe, was 35. But I'd say downwind averaging on like 10 to 15 knots, you can do low 20s, maybe 25. Upwind around 17.
That is pretty fast. It's a lot faster than they go here. And this year in Sailing Week, we've got foils. Obviously not like you have, but is this the way forward for sailing, do you reckon? Yeah,
I definitely think it's opening a lot of doors for new people to come and join the sport. I think for a while, I think a lot of people, I wouldn't say didn't think it was so extreme, or a lot of adrenaline. Sailing, especially with the keel boats, is super slow paced. Everyone's got to think ahead, but take your time, and there's no rush. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that kind of like to have a little bit more adrenaline and go a little faster. So I definitely do think it's going to open more doors for more sailors to come and join the sport.
Well, it's going to be a new class in Sailing Week. And of course, this year, Tiger Tyson on a foiling board beat all the boats around the island race.
Yeah.
That just says it all, really,
exactly.
On the board. Oh, that is really...
Yeah.
That is really, really exciting. Now, the boat itself, I have to say, it looks awesome. It looks absolutely awesome with the sail wrap with the Antigua flag. Who designed that?
Yeah, so that we had a designer, a friend of ours, Albi. He used to live in Antigua years ago, and he was a graphics designer. But to be honest, we kind of took inspiration from Sandrine Haas's
the motor,
R8, the car that she raced. And she had, I remember seeing a little yellow and red and white and black little logo. And we kind of saw that. We kind of took just a little piece as a little inspiration, and we gave it to Albie, and he was able to design it. It came out super good.
It does look brilliant. Cool. I actually interviewed Sandrine a few weeks ago. It's on my YouTube, Zoe in Antigua, and I've got some pictures of the car. So we've got Grand Prix racing cars, we've got Grand Prix foiling out there representing Antigua and Barbuda. It must feel amazing to be just representing your country like that.
Yeah, no, it's super, super cool, and I'm super grateful. I've been learning a lot. Honestly, the learning curve has been insane. The technique used to sail these boats is super, super different. It's not like a traditional boat. Yeah. So learning a lot with how a board provides lift and certain things like that is super technical, and I enjoyed it a lot.
So what's your most competition? Which team?
Now there's in the GP right now there's the French team that is super good. They're super well funded, coach, super nice setup they have, and they have a youth team, and there's also a couple Swiss teams that are really good. They're also very well funded, and they have a good program. Team from GBR is decent. And there's right now in this event that I'm doing it's a Grand Prix event. There's also in the 69F there's two events. There's a youth event and there's a Grand Prix. Right now in the Grand Prix you can go with any sailor. You can go any age. You can have a full male crew, full female crew. But for the youth event you have to be under 25 and you need to have a female crew.
Right.
So we've been sailing. Our team is under 25 and we have the female on board. So we've been able to sail in all the events. And our ultimate goal is the youth event. I think winning the youth Gold Cup is the ultimate goal, really.
Well, you're ahead at the moment. Now, one of the things you mentioned there about the teams, they're well funded. Now, you've got Lockman supporting you. You've got the Antigua Barbuda Tourism Board supporting you as well. Do you have any other sponsors?
Yeah, we have Simon. He's been helping us a lot. Simon from Spunky's Motorcycles. And then we also have Antigua Yacht Club Marina with my dad. He's been helping out a lot. And we have Zyke, who came on board as our technical supplier. They didn't supply us with funding, but they were able to give us all free gear, which we're super grateful for. And that was also a big achievement. I think partnering with Zyke is such a big brand.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
That's brilliant. So
they're at the pinnacle of the sailing, so.
Yeah, that is a really good sponsor to have, and more sponsors I'm sure will come on board as you win more and more. So you're in the lead at the moment. How many more days are there of this Grand Prix?
Yeah, we have 2 more days, so Saturday and Sunday. And then we have an event 10 days after in France, which is a youth event. This is the GP. And the next 2 days here look good. The breeze should be up, I think 15 knots tomorrow, maybe a little bit more on Sunday. So
we've been having.
I think we feel
well.
good. Yeah, we feel good in the breeze. I think coming from Antigua has helped, and also in Valencia the waves can get pretty big. So I feel at home.
Excellent, and on to France, and then back to Antigua with the trophy.
That's the plan. So we still have a long season ahead, though. So. After France, we kind of have a road trip around Europe. We have an event in Lake Garda, which is another beautiful spot.
Oh yeah.
Event in Sardinia. Then we go to Slovenia. This is just the first event of the summer.
I've been talking to a lot of people, Rocco, about young people in sailing, and it's become clear more this year than any other that a lot of young Antiguans are really getting into sailing, and like you, like Janella, like Shannon, going all around the world with sailing. The opportunities are huge. Do you think that foiling will actually bring a lot more young people in?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's definitely a little hard right now in Antigua to get foiling, as there's not much access to it. But I think in the future, my plan is to definitely try help bring a lot more young local Antiguans on board. So I think it'll open up the doors, for a lot more like racing, kind of a race, people who want to kind of race more.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I think right now, with the setup in Antigua is really good for like maxis and kind of getting boats on that, but I think there's a lot more opportunities too when it comes to foiling for people who want to join America's Cup teams, or I believe in the future there's going to be a lot more of these sort of boats around.
That's going to be exciting. And you and Janella.
The amazing thing with this class too is that there's a lot of owner drivers who are just here to sail the boat, have fun. So to be able to go and learn this kind of boat can open a lot of doors for the future of joining a team like that.
Yeah, the owners need good teams. And you, Janella, Shannon, Tiger Tyson, you're all a real inspiration to young people in Antigua. You've got to save me one of those caps, by the way, Rocco. Such a cool cap. That is such a cool cap. We will be watching for you. We're going to be shouting for you, and I'll be thinking of you as you go around the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. Good luck.